Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a great one for you today lined up. Listen to some of these headlines. Charles Hoskinson talks about the problem with Bitcoin, the Weiss rating system for crypto. You're going to want to hear that information. China's rolling out the digital yuan in even a bigger way than they have to date, and it's getting pretty hard to ignore what they're doing. And by the way, let's take a look back since the price is really getting beat up today. And we all know that that's a huge impact because of the lawsuit and the lack of regulation from the SEC. Let's take a look back at why that happened. Was Jay Clayton at the time the SEC chairman, which he was he working with the Communist Chinese Party to in fact block XRP? We're going to take a look at that. Go ahead and roll that beautiful intro. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradleyAbove, and everything that we're talking about here. You can also follow us on Facebook now. Make sure you follow us and look us up at Digital Perspectives News, no spaces. Digital Perspectives News, no spaces. And give us a follow there. There will be a short live later today for everybody on that page. So make sure you go sign up for that and catch that live. We got a lot of important information to look at. One is a public service announcement right now for everyone from BondCrypt. And I've also seen this from Shane Nixon as well going around. I covered it. I want to thank both of them. Beware, please, especially newcomers. Ledger customers are being mailed fake wallets to steal their private seeds. It's getting really bad out here, but that's because I believe even the scammers know how big this entire crypto space is actually going to be. And they're trying to rip us off. It's that simple. The package included a letter stating the user needed to substitute the current wallet for safety reasons. If you receive a ledger or a letter like this, assume that it is fake. If you receive an email or a text message ever from some crypto exchange or cold storage or someone that you deal with through crypto, I always assume that that letter or that communication, wherever it's coming from, is fake and it's a scammer first. This is your best bet. And if the information looks valid, I start my own direct connection with the company and follow up through a new thread that I start through the website of the company. That's how I handle that. So be very careful out here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at this right now. A lot of money leaving the space, 1.4 trillion plus. We are off by 5.63%, but more than $1 trillion is missing now from the cryptocurrency market cap. And it's no wonder the prices are down, currently falling like a manhole cover from the sky. Bitcoin is at 34,000 plus this morning. Ethereum is almost at $2,000 flat. Cardano now down to $1.35. XRP, courtesy of the dereliction intimidation tactics and possibly collusion. We will see what's going on. We're going to get into this information in just a second. XRP is at 71 cents, off by 9.13% on a 24-hour and more than 13% on a 7-day. We are ranging right now between 70 cents on the low side and 79.94 on the high side. Remember, those lower areas of support in the 70-cent range, 65-cent range, and below. We may go there, and you know what? I'm not giving financial advice, but I will share my perspective on what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is buying the dips, baby. That's what I do. I look at that as planting season, and you've got nothing to harvest if you don't have enough planted. And as far as I'm concerned, as long as they're giving me good weather to plant, I'm going to keep right on buying. That's how I do it, not financial advice. Let's get started this morning. Michael Val 5 Links tells us Hoskinson states the problem with Bitcoin is it is so slow, like the mainframe programming of the past. Damn, he can say something. And the only reason why it is still around is because there's so much invested in keeping it around. You know, there is the question here that once this space really opens up, which means once the money returns back to this market and new money starts to come in on top of the money that's returned, you have to start asking yourself what kicks that door open. More than likely regulation. And if that's the case, I start asking myself, what happens when people really in large mass start to figure this out, that the other tech that you can choose from, or tokens, however you want to call it, protocols, tech, tokens, show through use case utility, which will become the new watermark of this crypto space. Right now it's speculation, so it's no wonder Bitcoin's winning. It's the first one on the market. It has the brand awareness, and as Charles said, there's so much money in it. That's why they're so deeply invested in keeping it around. So you have to wonder, when use case utility makes its way onto the scene and use case really becomes the price driver of the protocols and tokens that we hold, what will happen to Bitcoin? Be very interesting to see. What I can tell you is that the latest update from Weiss rating system shows that Cardano, Polkadot, Tezos, Cosmos, and Phantom have excellent technology ratings compared to Ethereum and other crypto coins. Well, no wonder people are buying them up, and Cardano's been doing so good lately. Institutional money moving to Cardano and Stellar as Bitcoin and Ethereum take a breather. That's from CoinShares. Remember, CoinShares also has Daniel Masters, and Daniel Masters is the guy that told us in 2018 that Ripple XRP would be out and out regulated. That was his thoughts. Now here we move on here. Maxine Waters announced that Congress had formed a new working group that would focus on cryptocurrency and fintech policy, called the Blockchain Caucus or Fintech Task Force. This is how it starts. Things move very slow until they move very fast. That's how Congress works. Like it or lump it, that's what we're talking about. What I do want to remind people of is this. Remember, Clinton signs the Internet Protection Bill in 1998, but that was a couple years after we saw the Telecommunications Act of 1996 get overhauled to make way for the Internet as well. Now, there was other legislation based around all of this too, but I'm just pointing out that this is the path to get us to where we need to go. I just did a video called Blockchain Act of 2021-2022. Please go watch that video. I believe in large part that's what we're missing from the scene here. We need to get back to some basic legislation from Congress to, I believe, allow Gary Gensler's new SEC to really craft the regulation and framework that they need to move forward. And Gary Gensler, to that point, has been asking for Congress to do the same. So we'll keep an eye on that. But what is very real here is the pressure from China. And this is about to get very deep, so I hope you haven't left yet. China rolls out 3,000 digital yuan ATMs while the U.S. is sleeping. Well, first of all, I don't believe the U.S. is sleeping, and neither does Edgar down here below, and I agree with Edgar. He says they're not sleeping. Corrupt bureaucrats strongly fight against faster, cheaper payments innovation in general. SEC versus Ripple is an example where Clayton and women were both sponsored and bribed by Ethereum Foundation on the last day. That's how he feels. Right? That's how he feels. But what we do know is that John Deaton has laid this out, and he's tagged Jeremy Hogan in here. Here is a link to the Gateway pundit Jay Clayton working with the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party, to block XRP. Let's take a look at this article. I mean, there's been some pretty damning stuff that, if nothing else, it certainly says there should be a full investigation. Now, I signed a petition, I know, weeks ago, to encourage Gary Gensler's SEC to, in fact, put forth a full investigation of Jay Clayton and William Hinman's actions. But listen to this stuff in this article here. While at the helm at the SEC, former Chairman Jay Clayton made a mess of the digital economy. Clayton's actions in office resulted in stalling U.S. cryptocurrency blockchain innovations, dampening a burgeoning industry, and enabling China to race out in front. Digital money is here to stay, and instead of making efforts to provide clarity and structure for the future of American-made innovations in this space, Clayton's SEC kept everyone guessing on the rules while picking clear winners and losers among the biggest coins. The question that remains here is this. This is why I feel we need an investigation. But what if Jay Clayton's approach was intentional? What if the lawsuits, the flip-flopping, and the uncertainty weren't weren't from a lack of knowledge or resources, but rather a well thought out strategy to advance his financial interests. Thankfully for us, Clayton and his deputies left behind a factual trail that can provide an opportunity for a course correction on U.S. crypto policy, as well as accountability if wrongdoing was indeed afoot. On December 22nd, Clayton dropped an 11th hour lawsuit against crypto innovator Ripple Labs. The announcement of this lawsuit came just 12 hours before Clayton resigned from the SEC. As with other administrations, Clayton may have hoped to file the suit and walked away, never to hear of it again. But his decision to sue Ripple Labs sent shockwaves throughout the crypto community, and after a close look, it appears Clayton left us clues that point to a larger story reeking of self-dealing, possibly even corruption. Even before he was confirmed in the post in 2017, Clayton had been tagged the most financially conflicted SEC chairman in history. Damn. Accusation doesn't equal guilt, however, which is true. But the facts made the label stick in 2014. Clayton, then partner at the Wall Street firm Sullivan Cromwell, and William Hinman, then partner at Simpson Thacker, helped Chinese tech giant Alibaba explode onto the New York Stock Exchange. This helped a company with proven links to the Chinese Communist Party better position itself with the world's leading digital payments application, Alipay. For years, the U.S. crypto industry has been trying to disrupt the digital payment space. Chief among them has been Ripple. The XRP distributed ledger, which Ripple uses for its digital payment solution, has only just debuted a year after Clayton and Hinman, Clayton was Clayton's right-hand man at the SEC, helped engineer Alibaba's market debut. Today, challenges with cryptocurrency is whether they are investment or currencies. If crypto coin is labeled a currency, they are different regulations that need to be complied with than if labeled an investment. The industry is lacking regulation and definitions for what is a currency and what is an investment. And we see here in 2018, Clayton made his own declaration in a CNBC interview that Bitcoin is not a security. And like Hinman's comment on Ethereum, this action sent Bitcoin's price skyrocketing. Both of these coins, anointed as free of regulatory risk by Clayton and Hinman, are proof of work cryptocurrencies. This label means they are mined, while XRP is designed to skip the costly energy-consuming mining process and generate faster transactions. Was it a coincidence that after both officials declared Bitcoin and Ethereum not to be securities and increased market interest in them, Simpson Thacker took a Chinese company public that manufactures crypto mining equipment? It is well documented that a hedge fund named One River Digital Asset Management made $1 billion bet on Bitcoin and Ethereum after Clayton's SEC declared they are not securities. Soon after, Clayton filed the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. That crashed the value of the leading non-mined token, XRP, alleging that it has been unregistered security for 7 years. Weeks later, One River hired Jay Clayton to a senior position at the hedge fund. Hinman is now back at Simpson Thacker. How about that? Now, China has rolled out its own sovereign digital currency to the tune of 3,000 digital ATMs. For it to accommodate it, the digital yuan is a means of which it intends to use to gain a competitive edge over Western crypto innovators like Ripple. It was activated on Alipay in May while Ripple battled the SEC lawsuit in the Southern District of New York. Clayton is just one of many professionals involved in the evolving door between regulators and Wall Street. This is a great post from Digital Asset Investor, where he said, we're not letting it go. And you know what? That remains today. I retweeted that and tagged almost everybody he's got tagged here and continue to ask for an investigation on this day. But we're not done yet. Clayton was not pardoned from questions about his past. He allegedly earned $4 million in dividends from one venture where it is unknown what it is. This is still the case. One recent video on YouTube discusses the recent actions taken by Clayton and others. The theory discussed is whether Clayton and Hinman sabotage XRP in an effort to help Alibaba in China. This is a spot here from Working Money Channel, Working Money Channel, and he's fantastic. Give him a follow. And you can follow that there. In the above piece, it is tweet below showing connections between Clayton and Hinman in China, labeling Bitcoin and Ethereum currencies and not investments, which they really appear to be, and then bringing on the lawsuit with XRP, they opened the door for China. And here we have John E. Deaton, who shared this whole tweet here. Names on Alibaba IPO, Clayton, Hinman, and Lemming Chen. How about that one? Clayton and Hinman both go to the SEC in 2017. 2018, BTC and Ethereum get clarity from Hinman, Clayton. Berger is director of enforcement. Nothing happened. Chen goes to Alipay. December 2020, XRP is alleged to be a security, and then they leave the SEC. You know, this is quite compelling information here, and when you read it all laid out like this, it is really, really bothersome. Let's finish this last portion right here. Just the reason China makes out is twofold. Bitcoin and Ethereum are coins that are requiring mining. This process now takes a lot of energy, and there are massive energy costs in mining for coins. Most of the mining in the world is performed in China, some 75%. This takes a lot of energy from coal and other sources. Therefore, these coins are not considered energy-friendly or green because most of the mining is done in China. China benefits from the actions that help Bitcoin and Ethereum. Secondly, China makes out through its new venture with Alipay, which is to develop a coin like XRP that has a purpose and works like a currency. Meanwhile, XRP, which has been developing its business plan for years, is hung up in court on the case started by Jay Clayton, who's now benefiting from Bitcoin and China's success. XRP hasn't given up, though, and neither have we. They filed earlier this month a motion requesting the SEC provide its documents concerning Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And we know also they have recently brought on Rosie Rios, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States. What we do know here now is this. You know, the SEC has refused multiple times to give up the papers and the communications on Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. You were only left by their refusal to surmise that some of the information in this article may be why they haven't. Otherwise, it's time to cough them up. What I can say is looking past the dark side of all that, and I hope someone out here in the world decides to truly investigate this case from a mainstream media level. I really do, because I think there needs to, at the very least, we need to all know that this was just a matter of, happenstance or coincidence, and none of this is actually tied together. Because at the end of the day, it looks like it is. This is Crypto Bull, who tells us, Crypto Bull 2020, thank you. If everyone could just relax, that would be great. This is the sign he puts up for Bitcoin. We know currently in the speculative market of crypto, Bitcoin is the dominant coin over the market, like it or not at this point. And this is showing here a great big smiley face if we all just hang out for it. Not financial advice from me or him or anyone else on this channel. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you guys have a great day. Spend with family, friends, and otherwise, I'm out of here. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and the comment section, by the way. The unstoppable domains people are unstoppable. You get every dollar you spend purchasing domains, you get $3 in promo credit. Come on in. Yeah, you can now get a .coin, .wallet, .bitcoin, .x, .888, and a .nft, DAO, and blockchain. These are great brand new domains that are available for the first time ever, so make sure you check them out. I'll catch all of you on the next one.